Amazing. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Manna House podcast. I am Tino, and this is,
Natalie.
and we are joined by a very special guest today. We have the one and only Tafadzwa Muza. For those who might not know, I urge you, if you have listened to a Stand album or Radiance album, just go and check the credits. He is all over those credits. For me, this is an amazing opportunity for me because I have been listening to songs that have been arranged and written by Tafadzwa from a very long time. I know songs before Stand. I know experience stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, way back when. So this is
Dream country.
like a bucket list interview for me. But Tafadzwa, could you just give us a quick introduction into who you are and how you got involved in songwriting?
Thank you so much. It's always a wonderful thing to be invited to such a platform to share. I mean, at the end of the day, what are we doing? We're talking about Jesus Christ. We're talking about ministry. So, yeah, I mean, that's really who I am. I'm someone who is very passionate about spreading the gospel. I may not be able to preach. I may not be able to do some of the things other people do to evangelize and, the oratory type of way, but music is my thing. Maybe by way of introducing myself, I am a long time uh, singer-ish, songwriter, maybe more on that end. Um, that's especially a cappella, but I'm also starting to delve into different genres of gospel music specifically. So watch this space. Starting to get my act together because I'd sort of died down a little. But yeah, music is my thing. That's really what I can say about me. We can discuss more if you want, but yeah, music is my thing.
Can I ask, when did you find out you could actually sing? Because like some people it's like age 3, some
Yeah,
people it's like I was like 18.
yeah. Some
Like,
people stumble upon it, innit?
yeah, someone heard
That's
me in
an
the shower,
interesting
you know?
one. If you ask the people that I've ever sung with, they'll say, yeah, well, you know your notes, but you're not that much of a vocalist, so to speak. When I did find I sort of could sing, it was at a very early age. We used to listen to the likes of Vocal Union, the likes of Acapella Company when we were like kids.
Throwback.
So it was early on, really. I used to sing along, and then I thought, I'm able to do this part and that part, and I'm able to hear these things going on. So probably I'd say around 6, 7 years old, I could kind of tell.
Yeah.
Love that. Were you writing songs at age 6 as well, or was that
No,
later?
no, that's way too early. I think I started to write. My first song was, I think I was in the first form 1, I think it was. Somewhere
I think
there. That's where I
that's
tried to
year
write a song,
7
or
in
maybe a little
UK.
earlier.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
I think that's year 7 in UK grades.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. It
I
would be
mean,
somewhere
that's still really early. Like,
there. Yeah, kinda. But you know how it is when you start writing, you can actually write something good, but you don't really know how to put it together and all that. But from there, it was like a snowball type of thing. It just snowballed into a
what
whole
it is
journey of
now.
discovery. Yeah, because
Mm.
I never had any formal musical training. I just sort of taught myself. So self-taught, but I did realize that there was some talent there somewhat from a pretty early age. So yeah.
That's very cool. I want to talk about the early years, because you are the the oldest of 3 brothers, and
Yeah.
we know,
So
uh,
internet at the time.
yeah. So, what was that like? Being the 3 of you in one house, and to now come up with these amazing groups that have come from the Musa family. What was that like in the early days?
Well, obviously back then we didn't all start together in terms of music. But I'll tell you this, out of the 3 of us, I'm probably the least musical, technically. That's in terms of technical ability. I know what you're gonna say, but get this. So I've already told you where I sort of started off. Tanaka, I started playing instruments, so marimba, piano, from basically baby age. He was a baby when mom took him for piano lessons and the like. So he knows music conceptually, technically. And then he got into the whole a cappella scene round. I think in primary we actually sang a few. When he was in primary, we sang a few items together. But when he went to high school, that's where he really started doing his thing. So that was at Anderson, Anderson High School. Tafara, he used to play marimba. He never played anything like piano, whatever, but also quite musical. And I think it was also high school, even though we'd sung a few items together. High school seems to be where it really all kicks off for us. But yeah, we've never really done anything together. We've discussed, we've shared ideas, we've done all sorts of things together, but we never really sung together. And yeah, we just grew into it together, even though we never did something at the same time.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
That's really cool. I like it when like siblings kind of getting together in the same. It's almost like a family business. It's like you guys are now known for your writing and for your arranging.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the song we want to talk about is Promised Land. This is on the third album. I believe it's Tamirira by Stand. It's on that album. However, again, this is me digging deep into my knowledge of a cappella and being a fan for a long time. This song was ready and being performed before the first album was out. So this is one of the early
How do you know
Stand.
that?
The reason, do you know why I know that? I want to get into this earlier because I remember being at a concert. I was 11,
Niche.
maybe. I was at a concert and it was at the Glad Tidings Hall, if you remember.
Yeah.
And you sang the song and there was a section where you split the group into three. So you had the lower voices and then the high voices and you sang the song.
Yeah.
And I was just like mind blown. I was like, this is amazing. So this is why like so I was waiting for this song to come out. First album came and I was like, guys,
Where's
Where
Promised
is-
Land?
where's from Promised Land and Master the Tempest. I was
Aye.
waiting for those songs from early. Second album came, nothing. And then third album came and I was like, finally, like
Yeah.
You're like, I'm older now.
yeah, like but I mean, it was fun because I was older and I think I actually understood the song a bit more because I was older. But yeah, I want to hear, what were those early days of Stand like?
Oh, so how Stan came about, it was primarily guys that have been together at Anderson High School, because that's where we really, got together, started singing in one or two groups. But there was a whole bunch of people that were very talented musically. So after high school, when I was now at university, I thought, you know what? We need to do something. We need to create something that is sustainable. Obviously, we've got the all-time great Shower Power. We also had, at that time, Reunion and a few other groups that were doing really well. But we thought, look, let's do something contemporary, something a little different based on what we had at Anderson. So, yeah, I came together with a few guys, Ngoni Gumbo, Mutsa Gumbo. I'm sure you obviously know those guys. And a couple of other guys, obviously I have to mention, especially Stanley Mkamba. We tried out with a couple of people, didn't really work out. But then when it did, it did. That's when we had the likes of Prosper, Tendere come through, Carlton Maniki, and all those guys. Yeah, that's, to me at the time, was what I would call a dream team, because all the
Yeah.
voices were there, the technical ability was there. That's when we started working on all sorts of songs, brought them together. We used to practice a lot because our ethos was, whatever you want to put on an album, you have to be able to put it out live. So that's where we would really focus on when we come together and practice. But yeah, we used to practice a lot. We used to have a lot of fun. Yeah, some issues here and there. You know, when you've got a group of boys in one room, it's always like that. But we had our fair share of fun. And maybe the last thing I'll say on this specific thing is, you know, we had some good people along the way that helped us, that financed us, that exposed us to the world, so to speak, to especially the Adventist world to begin with, and then so you know, I have to mention uh, people like Pastor Laverne Rangarira. He was instrumental. There's also Dingy, who was our sponsor at that time. Unfortunately, he passed, but I have to mention him because he really got us to go places, go to South Africa, go to here, there, everywhere, present at various occasions. But especially big break was when we presented at a concert by Reunion. If I remember well, this was at the College of Music. Yeah, it was at the College of Music. That's where we had our first really big blowout after singing at a couple of churches, and the reception was good. But it was a lot of fun. We used to enjoy
Yeah.
ourselves. I won't lie. It was fun to sing. It was fun to practice. It was fun to teach people something. They get it. They do it. You move on to
Yeah.
the next. No struggle.
Yeah. So, in terms of the writing for those early songs, was it mainly you? Who were the other people involved in writing songs for that early group?
So yeah, it was mainly myself, for the most part. But then we also had a couple of people that would chip in with some really good songs. And let me even say this: someone like Tariro Tavengwa, he didn't write many songs, but the ones he wrote, you know,
Yeah.
album title type of songs like
Yeah.
Tamirira and all that, you know. So Redeemed as well is another one that he wrote. But yeah, the majority I wrote and let me say I composed. So both the writing, arranging, yeah.
So we're gonna play Promised Land, and hopefully we'll kind of take you back to those days, so you can jog your memory
Oh
on
yeah,
what was happening around that time.
nostalgia.
Yeah. Yeah. Tell us about that time when this song came about.
To be honest and say, I don't remember exactly when I wrote the song, but what I do remember is there was a lot of music going on at the time, a lot of songwriting. We were practicing all sorts of songs and all that. But what I do remember is why I wrote this song or what I was thinking about, because I think you sort of alluded to that earlier. Look, how I come up with songs or how I put songs together, there's various forms of inspiration. It could be scripture, I could be reading something, or I could come across something, even if it's not in the Bible, like an extra biblical source, maybe. But as long as it points to the central core of the plan of salvation or the central core of what our purpose is on this earth, then I'm going to go with that. So when it comes to this specific song, I was thinking about our journey here on earth. Where are we going? What are we looking for? What is the ultimate goal? You know, where do we want to be when the age ends? We need to go to heaven. But am I going to go alone? No, I need to bring somebody else with me. That's what I was saying earlier. Someone will preach, someone will evangelize, someone will bring people in, share gifts, share food, do this and that. But my gift is to compose. I'm going to compose, and if the Holy Spirit does what it does with that music and turns someone to God, then I've done what I've been sent to do. But like I said, I was thinking I have to do what I need to do to help someone along so that we go together to the promised land. That was really what it wasn't like some specific verse or anything like that. It was just a song that came, uh, you know, when I was thinking of that. And then I decided I'm going to write something. But yeah,
It's
it
so
was a fun song to write as well, you know.
It sounds so fun. Like the song, I think we spoke about it before. The song has movement. Like it
Yeah.
actually feels like you're going somewhere.
Yeah.
I don't know how you did it.
Yeah. We speak about this a lot. Sometimes I listen to songs and I'm like, this song it's moving, it's going somewhere. And I think for a song that's talking about a journey to have that in it is just kind of right. It's really perfect
Like
kind of
you
to have
genuinely
that.
feel you're on the
Yeah.
journey. Yeah.
And I really like what you said about the essence on why you wrote the song. I think it comes through in the lyrics, the one that says, there's no time to waste. If you're willing, I can give you a helping hand. I think that really comes through of, I know where I want to go. I know where we want to go. And I'm not just trying to go there on my own. And I want to bring other people with me. It's showing me as like a listener, and kind of now that you mentioned it, the brotherhood in those early days of you guys trying to figure out not just this music thing, but also life and spirituality and your relationships with
Oh,
God. It sounds like something that was also strengthening you in those times. Is that a correct assumption?
Yeah, that is a very correct assumption. I like what you just talked about. You're talking about it not being just about the music, because the music is fun. I won't lie. Just singing is fun. It's a lot of fun. It's really fulfilling. But there's more to it, because all of us have got problems. All of us have got issues. All of us have got things that are happening in our lives. All of us have got joys that we share with others, and so on and so forth. But we have to figure things out, like you said. That brings me back again to my style when you talk about composing and the like. I like to focus on the lyrics. I I want to say I am kind of a lyricist, and I believe that every song has to be based on scripture, or has to be based on things that are genuine, things that move people, or things that are happening to people. So I don't like songs which are just, I mean, they've got their place in time, but songs which are like chants, like uh, Marin Dini Magada, Marin, no, 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 and then you repeat that phrase like 100 times. It's okay, but
Yeah.
yeah, I really think it helped us a lot as a group. And even when you look at the guys now, Tanaka and the other guys, Peniel, Musa, and them, and all, when they're doing what they're doing now, they're still really looking at the lyrics, and when other guys write as well, they're trying to focus on that. So I think it was a good basis. And going forward, it's going to sustain the group and sustain the ministry, as it were.
Yeah.
Can I ask?
Yeah.
So, as you're saying, like, so you start with your lyrics and then the melody comes later, is that correct? Because we spoke to Nigel from Scripture Says, and he said because he's a bass singer, he starts with bass, he gets them from like random sounds, and then he was like, he'll
Yeah.
pass it on, and then other people add their stuff. But yeah, what do you start with? How do you layer your arrangements? Because it's just
When it comes to
this song was just you, right?
so say that again.
On this song, it was just you that you wrote it and
Arranged.
arranged it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, look, with Stand, what we would do is, for the most part, other people would also come in with a small adjustment here, a small note there, a small this, that, there. So it was wholesome in that way. But as far as bringing all these parts and the music together, basically, how I do it, how I did it then, and even still do it now, it really just depends. Sometimes you're moved by something, you come up with some lyrics, but now you have to be a bit poetic. When you're writing music, you can't just do it like you're writing a novel. It has to be poetic as well. So it can be the lyrics that come first. They come together, and then you start thinking of it musically, so you can put the melody and even the harmonies together. And even sometimes you need to put some scat lyrics in there. Sometimes you need to put some dynamics, some sounds that make it sound a little more like you got some instrumentation or whatever. I'll give you a quick example. You want to sing about a river that's flowing. You're going to think of the dynamics being something like this, like, and it sounds like a river that's literally
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
gonna put that hush sound and all that. So it's things like that. But then you also have situations where you think of a melody first. Like you think, oh, this is a good melody. I need to put some music on this. And then you start to think, what's the most appropriate lyrical content for this tune that I now have? Sometimes it's, you come up with one thing and then you think of the other thing. You start with some lyrics and then melody and then you change the lyric. It's, yeah, it
Work in
at
progress.
the end of the day, it comes together. So,
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. No, that's really, really cool. I think, yeah, we've spoken to a bunch of different people. And so we spoke to Yomusa from Essence, and she's a soprano, so she's all melody first and then lyrics next, and then, she then kind of sends out to the rest of the group and they come up with the rest of the parts. Nigel does bass line
nice.
first and then maybe an idea in terms of lyrically, and then he sends it to the rest of the group and they say, they come up with everything else. We spoke with Laura, and I think she's more of a big idea type of person. So
Apart from bass.
yeah, she has, no, but she'll have the big idea of what is she trying to say. So now, like the river that's flowing, she wants to speak about a particular topic, and then she would try and pick bits from that. So it's really interesting hearing like how different people approach
Yeah.
their songwriting process.
Yeah. It's, people are different and it's really diverse out there. I try to learn from other people as well. I've spoken to Nigel a couple of times about music, and I've even taken a few ideas from how he does things. And it works. I have a song I did recently actually for Radiance, and it started off with a bass line.
Oh,
So
nice.
it works.
Yeah.
Class.
There's a method for everything.
Yeah, I'm loving the share. There's a lot of sharing happening
Yeah.
in the acapella community,
Yeah,
which is good. It's really, really good.
I think it's really encouraging as well, though, because for people like me, I'd say I'm not a songwriter, and I kept saying to Tina, like, I can't write songs. But then it's just encouraging to hear like the different processes that people use, and because I'm like, there's parts I'm like, I can't even attempt, but then maybe I can think of the lyrics and I can think of the melody, and then there's no harm in passing it on to other people. Like, it doesn't have to be a finished song. So even people like me, if you're listening and you're not a songwriter or you're not a singer, you can still write something because you never know what God can do with it.
You know what? You just reminded me of something interesting. It's not that easy, but it's actually also not as difficult as you may think to come up with some music. If you come up with a tune, yeah, it's a good idea to get others involved who could possibly help you along. But let's say we're speaking about you, right? I would encourage you, don't think it's for some subset of people that have some special abilities or some superpowers to write or to compose or whatever. Try and get opinions, take criticism as being constructive, but it'll improve your game. If you are interested in music and you're interested in writing on top of that, you need to try. You'll get somewhere. And maybe on this issue, the last thing I'll say is these days, people have got cheat codes. There's AI. People can just, with a prompt, come up with something. Obviously, it's not authentic. If I use AI for anything, I'm probably going to put in my own lyrics and my own tune, and sometimes even parts, like all the parts, and then I get it to do a few things. But if you are an aspiring writer and all, you can use AI just to get started. Don't depend on it completely, but it would be good.
Yeah.
It's not correct.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
I love that. So thank you, Tafadzwa, because we're gonna definitely have more songs from Natalie now. You have permission to learn and explore from Tafadzwa. Who else do you need permission from?
I did write one, and your brother helped with it.
Oh, that's great.
We'll send it to you.
Yeah, please do.
That's why I was like, I don't understand why she says she's not a writer. She's literally written an amazing song.
That gave me the push of like, you know what? Just try it. So who knows? When his album comes out, maybe there'll be a song on there.
Yeah, exactly.
Look for the credits.
Exactly. Look, I'm here as well. So anytime you can send something over, I can give you some ideas. So yeah.
Thank you.
Amazing. I was going to ask about, I guess when you guys were going around and singing this song yourself, or even now, have you had conversations with people about this song or about any of the other songs that you've written and the messages that they carry?
Well, I don't remember about this specific song. Yeah, I think there's some conversations, but many other songs, there's been many other conversations. There's other songs which some people have come to me personally, and this was very moving. I remember this person who came to me and they said, I won't mention the situation, I won't mention the person, but I was in such a situation and I listened to this song. And the particular song we were talking about was, which one was it? I think it was When Will I Smile? And they were telling me, I listened to that song and in the situation I was in, it gave me so much hope. It gave me a renewed focus. It reminded me who God is in any situation and especially in mine. And I mean, things could have really gone sideways. But for me, the person who wrote the song, when you hear something like that, you really begin to think, this is not just about my talent anymore. This is not just about me thinking, oh, I'm such a good, composer or writer or whatever. This goes beyond me. So
Yeah.
I have to stay humble. So it was a humbling thing, I can tell you. Yeah, but there's been many conversations about many songs, many places, many different people, many platforms as well. One or two other interviews I've had, I've been asked the same thing, or I've been told some comments like this. So yeah, it's humbling.
I was gonna say is I think we've mentioned it on some of the other podcasts, but when we get to heaven, I think one of the things I'm looking forward to is like hearing how your obedience has impacted someone else. Like, because there's you saying yes to writing songs, like, may have impacted someone actually choosing God or choosing to stick with God. And like, we're in heaven together. Like, that song, like this particular song, is something that brought me back. Like, that's something, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah,
dream. Just, yeah.
yeah. No,
Um,
what I would give for someone to come to me, not just here. Like if we make it to heaven and someone was to say to me something like that, I would be overjoyed because it's all for God at the end of the day, isn't it?
Literally.
yeah. Yeah, 100%. All right. So we'll do a couple questions around your favorite songs and your favorite artists. But before we get there, I do have a question, and I mentioned it before. This is again, childhood memory. When you guys did the split of this half sings this half sings this. I just need you to talk me through that because I've had this question. I've been wondering for 15 years.
Okay, so what you want to know is how we did it or why we did it or what
How,
exactly
why, where the idea come from, everything.
in stands, like I was saying before, we had so much talent, so many big ideas. I don't even remember who came up with what, but whenever ideas come through and we try them, we see, oh, this works, then we just do it. But then I also say, if I remember correctly, this might have been something we did spontaneously on stage. Because I remember Prosper. Yeah, is it not the time when Prosper? It was spontaneous. Lord, I want to go to the promised
Yeah,
land. Lord,
yeah.
I want to go to the promised land. That must be it. And it really was spontaneous. And I don't know, it
That's
just happened. And yeah. The other thing I'll say is, besides the big ideas and so on, when you've got people that are technically gifted and that are creative, you can do certain things spontaneously and they will flow, they will work. If someone had a birthday, for instance, and we just decided, let's sing happy birthday, I could just start, happy birthday, blah, blah, blah. And then everyone else comes in, picks a part, and we just sing and we listen to each other. One superpower that any group that has any worth is being able to use their ears as well as their voices. You can literally hear, okay, now we're gonna start, now we're gonna stop, we're gonna breathe, so I would say, yeah, that's probably what we did. If I remember, it's a while back, but it was really nice. It was good to see the response from the people as well that were listening.
Honestly, I can't underestimate what that meant to me. Like, as a young kid who was so just like wanting to get into music and all of this stuff, to go to a concert and just kind of see all of this stuff happening. So yeah, like I said, to me, this is like a dream come true to be able to kind of talk about this kind of stuff. So we have some questions for you.
Okay.
What is, of all the songs that you've written, from before Promised Land to after Promised Land, what is your favorite song?
My favorite song? I would have to say it is still Gare Gare. Yeah, I would say that's still my all-time favorite. And there's other good contenders, even some recent ones which are really good contenders. Some which I cannot even talk about because they're in the works, but
I was gonna say you can leak if you want. We don't mind.
Oh, they would kill me.
Yeah. If we can get like a top 5, because then we can make a playlist of like,
oh yeah,
Tafadzwa's favorite song.
Gosh, you should have told me beforehand. Then I would go through and pick 1, 2, 3. Okay. So
what else are you thinking?
there's, yeah.
Gary. Like I only speak English. I remember as a teenager, I listened to that song. I was like, this is such a good song. I had no idea what you're saying. I still don't. But I was like, this is a top-notch song. Like, I literally had it on my phone. It was on repeat. So yeah, I agree. It's a great song.
That's not
No, that's
so
good.
I need to learn it.
We've been using Stand, Shower Power, and Radiant songs to teach Natalie, Shona.
All right.
Yeah, and it's going really well. Toyenda, she's
good. Really well.
on the Dangwe album. She's got that one. So we might have to go to Gare Gare because we already know that you know that one.
If I don't have the lyrics in front of me, I'm struggling. That's all I'm saying.
No, that's a brilliant idea. A brilliant idea. Yeah, music. It's easy to catch the music, catch the lyrics there and then learn what they mean, and then you got a good idea. Yeah, but I don't even know if I can get to 5.
We can help.
So yeah, please suggest some. I'll tell you. Yeah, this one. So Gare Gare, When Will I Smile?
Lameless.
Not really in my top 5, but it was a good one. Pretty good one.
In my top 5.
Let's see. So original compositions only, or even rearrangements?
Originals only.
Originals only.
I do want to hear what the rearrangement was, though.
No, you know what? I'm gonna have to look at a list. I'm gonna have to look at the list of songs that I did. I can't really think of which ones I would put in my top 5 that I wrote. I can tell you others, like from other people, from other groups, but my own, I've never really thought of it. There is one that I wrote, which is called Done. I can sing it. It's fun.
Is it released yet?
No, it's unreleased. But
I was gonna say you can sing it and we can figure out what it is. But yeah,
no,
So
you know what? I'll have to send to you. Guys, look, you've caught me off guard.
We'll put a pinned comment below when you eventually send us your songs, so then people can go and check that out. And also, this is our petition, so that whenever the unreleased song does come out, you come back and you talk to us about that.
And no problem, I'll do that as well. Yeah, no, but I can give you a list after I look at the songs. I've never really thought of it this way. Like my favorite.
Do you have a question?
Only the last one. So.
Okay, I'll leave the last one to you.
Yeah.
What is your favorite part of Promised Land?
Ooh. It's probably the part where the lead is going, I am going on a journey way up yonder, going on a journey to my own. What the backing will be doing there is simple, but I love it. I absolutely love it. And of course, when it comes to the lyrics, that's where you're really having a conversation with someone saying, look, I'm on my way now. Leave what you're doing, because what you're doing, it doesn't matter. Let's go, because where we're going is where we need to be. So yeah, I'll say that's probably my favorite part.
Yeah.
Who was singing lead?
Who was singing lead at the time? I think it was Mutsagumbo. That's at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, then
on the recording, is it Riffy?
So this last recording that you have, that's Riffy. Because I don't remember. I don't think we did this song. I don't think we recorded this song in the first albums, like you mentioned. So later on, when the guys decided to record it, they just collaborated with Riffy, I think. I wasn't even there anymore, by the way.
Sad.
Just so you know.
I was thinking, I was like, I feel like I recognize this voice.
Yeah.
No, spot on. That's definitely Riffy.
Yeah.
He's got a good ear.
Yeah, he does.
Last question.
Yeah.
So, who would you like us to speak to next on the podcast about a song that they have written or arranged?
Okay. Now, I don't know if you'll get him, but
Challenging.
I'll give you two options. I'll give you my brother, Tafadzwa Muza, and the song is Ndinga Muitire Mari.
Yeah.
That song, I've never actually spoken to him about it, but I've always wondered, wow, what has God done for you to write such a song? So that's, and then there's also Baba Mutsa, Shower Power, Mandikuza Stole.
Oh.
If you get him, he's a busy man, but if you get him, it will be good to ask about a song like The Sabbath. Who's ever thought about writing a song about the Sabbath, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's one song that
everyone knows it now.
Yeah. Yeah, everyone knows. Everyone knows it.
Okay.
Everyone knows it.
Okay, well, like we did Sakunda, you could help us with with getting your brother.
All right, no problem. I will do. I could also try Baba Mutsa, maybe.
Yes, please. Yes, please. If possible. I think that would be a big one. So because I think on the list of like people who our listeners have asked us to get on the podcast, it was Nigel, it was the Muza brothers. So Tanaka's definitely on that list. And then for everyone else to listen to Sharp Power is We Won Baba Muta on the show as well. So yeah, we'll definitely try and make that happen. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll try to get some link up of some sort.
Amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for taking the time out to come and talk to us. And we're looking forward to when you come back once that song is released and we can finally talk about it. And thank you to everybody for watching. Before we go, we forgot to do something. Which is we have a sponsor here, which is Stay Lit Apparel. Natalie's older sister is the she runs the brand and she designs everything. So go check her out.
Christian clothing at Stay Lit Apparel.
It's like you mentioned before, other people preach, other people write songs and arrange, and she designs clothes for kind of people to wear. And, you know, sometimes you just silently sharing the gospel, even though you've not really said anything. But thank you all so much for watching and for joining us, and we'll see you in the next one.
Thank you, everybody.